And they're off. It was the first day of Prime Minister Modi's third term in office. He showed no signs of slowing down, and his coalition is already facing a stress test. Let's recap the day's events for you, starting with the latest, that is portfolio allocation. Who gets which ministry? That list was released this evening. No change in the big four. Home Ministry for Amit Shah, Finance for Nirmala Sitharaman, Defence for Rajnath Singh and External Affairs for S. Jaishankar. They've all retained their portfolios. Same with Nitin Gadkari. He keeps his Ministry of Highways, and Piyush Goyal, who will continue in the role of the Minister of Commerce. Former diplomat Hardeep Singh Puri has retained the Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry. Dharmendra Pradhan gets the Education Ministry of India. Ashwini Vaishnav is now in charge of 3 portfolios: Railways, which he had in the past as well, Information and Broadcasting, and Information Technology. Jyotiraditya Scindia has been moved from Civil Aviation to Telecom. Kiren Rijiju has been elevated. Earlier, he was the Minister of Food Processing. Now he will handle Parliamentary Affairs. Mansukh Mandavia has been moved as well. Earlier, he was the Health Minister. Now he is in charge of 2 portfolios, Labour and Sports. The current BJP President JP Nadda will now handle the Ministry of Health. He was Health Minister in the first Modi government as well. So you could say the Prime Minister has kept his core team intact, and the message here is quite clear: policy continuity. Modi believes that his team has delivered on their targets, and most of those ministers will continue in their old roles. The changes seem to have more to do with the accommodation of allies. Let's tell you about that as well. What have the allies got? 5 NDA allies have been given cabinet berths. H.D. Kumaraswamy from the JDS. He is the new Minister for Heavy Industry and Steel. Jitan Ram Manjhi of the Hindustan Awami Morcha, and a key face from Bihar, is the new Minister for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Rajiv Singh from the JDU, the Janata Dal United, better known as Lalan Singh, has got 2 portfolios, Fisheries and Panchayati Raj. Then we have Ram Mohan Naidu from the Telugu Desam Party. He is the new Minister for Civil Aviation. And finally, Chirag Paswan from the Lok Janashakti Party. He is the new Minister of Food Processing. Tomorrow, all these leaders will take charge of their ministries. The Prime Minister got some more work done on day 1. He released the 17th installment of the Farmer Support Scheme. It's called the Kisan Samman Nidhi, or the Farmers Tribute Fund. It provides financial assistance to a large section of farmers in India. They get 2,000 rupees for every 4 months. 2,000 rupees every 4 months, so that's 6,000 rupees in a year. And that's around $70. Today's release of funds will benefit some 93 million people. In all, they'll receive around $2.3 billion. So that was Prime Minister Modi's first official act in his third term. Later in the day, he addressed his staff, and this is what he had to say.
दोस्तों, 10 साल पहले हमारे देश में एक छवि बनी हुई थी कि पीएमओ एक शक्ति का केंद्र है, एक बहुत बड़ा पावर सेंटर है, और मैं न सत्ता के लिए पैदा हुआ हूं, न मैं शक्ति अर्जित करने के लिए सोचता हूं. ये पीपल्स पीएमओ होना चाहिए, ये मोदी पीएमओ नहीं हो सकता है.
People's PMO, not Modi's PMO. That was the message for the Prime Minister's political opponents as well. He said that his office is chasing one goal, the goal of a developed India by 2047. And to achieve this goal, he has appointed a diverse set of cabinet colleagues. We have a few more interesting facts about the new Council of Ministers. For starters, it is quite large in size. Including the Prime Minister, there are 72 ministers. The maximum strength can be 81 ministers. They already have 72, so there is limited scope for expansion. Let's break this down further. 65 ministers are men, just 7 are women. Only 7 out of 72. The BJP has kept the lion's share of the seats. 61 ministers are from the BJP. The remaining 11 are NDA allies. A total of 9 parties have been accommodated. The 2 main allies, the Telugu Desam Party and the Janata Dal United, have got 2 berths each, 1 cabinet and 1 minister of state. 3 more parties have got cabinet berths: the Janata Dal Secular, JDS from Karnataka, the Hindustan Awam Morcha, and the Lok Janashakti Party from Bihar. The 4 remaining allies have been accommodated in junior posts. 57 ministers are newly elected MPs from the lower house, that's the Lok Sabha. 13 ministers are members of the Rajya Sabha, or the upper house. 2 ministers, Ravneet Singh Bittu and George Kurian, are not members of parliament, so they'll have to get a seat in parliament within 6 months, most likely through the Rajya Sabha. That's how they'll be brought in. And how different is this team from the last one? 38 ministers have been dropped, including names like Smriti Irani, Anurag Thakur, Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Meenakshi Lekhi. 34 ministers from the previous council have been retained. This is also a cabinet of multimillionaires. 35 ministers have assets worth 10 crore rupees and above. That's more than $1 million. 34 ministers have assets worth 1 crore rupees and above. That's more than $100,000. The richest minister is from the TDP. His name is Dr. Chandrasekhar Pemasani. His total declared assets are well over 5,000 crores. That's over $500 million. So that's the NDA cabinet for you. But there is some bitterness among allies, like the NCP or the Nationalist Congress Party. It is led by Ajit Pawar. They have just one MP, that's Praful Patel. Now, Praful Patel has served as a cabinet minister in the past. During the Congress-led UPA government, he was a cabinet minister. This time, he was offered the role of a junior minister. Patel says that he's declined the offer, since this would have been a demotion for him. He says he has received assurances from the BJP, and that is the challenge of coalition politics, really. On paper, the NCP has just one seat. The BJP has to accommodate other NDA partners. Parties with far more seats than the NCP, they have to be accommodated. But ignoring such allies, the smaller ones, may also have repercussions for the BJP's alliances at the state level. And that is the balancing act that the BJP will have to do for the next 5 years.
First Post reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on First Post.